Clobberin Time.
All right, you guys, we are back on Clobberin Time. I am Andreas Hale, and I'm here with former super middleweight champion Caleb Plant, who returns to fight Anthony Dirrell on October 15th. Caleb, man, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Camp's been good, feeling good, weight's good, and ready for October 15th.
Man, let me ask you, because you and Dirrell have had this beef, and I've seen both of you talk trash to each other. When you have an opponent that you just truly don't like, does it give you a little bit more motivation to get the job done when you get in the ring with them?
I want to go in discipline and focus, and we got a game plan. I'm looking to stick to it. But with that being said, with some of the things that he said, using the Bernard Hopkins, Joe Kawasaki thing, I'll never let a white boy beat me, and some of the other things that he's had to say, it's gonna feel good, get my hand raised after I put a vicious ass whooping on him on October 15th. So, like I said, training camp has been great. Sparring has been great. Weight, everything is perfect and right on track. So, it's going to feel good getting my hand raised in fashion October 15th.
Now, you're coming off a loss in a tremendous fight with Canelo Alvarez. And one of those things is that, you didn't get the W, but I think you made a great account of yourself. In the time that has passed, though, a lot has gone on. You just had a new baby. You've gotten married. You've been able to enjoy life. But has the hunger changed at all? And I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm saying, has the hunger changed in a different way now that you have a wife and a child, and now you got a different kind of opponent that's taking not food off of your table, but off of your child and your wife's table?
Me and JP, we actually got married back in 2019, but like you said, we've had a baby this camp, and that's definitely added, new motivation, a lot of motivation, finishing out this camp and going into this fight. And like you said, obviously not taking away from it, but just adding to it. And, him trying to get in the way of my dreams and goals and the things that I want to see Charlie, my daughter, and my daughter Aaliyah, who may not be here anymore, see me accomplish the things that I want to accomplish in boxing, and for them to be able to look at their dad and say, if you set your mind to something and you work hard enough at it, regardless if there's slips and, trials and tribulations along the way, if you say yeah and stick to it, you can accomplish anything. So I got a lot of motivation going into this fight for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, we've been talking about them. And so I'm feeling mean, I'm feeling sharp, and I'm excited. I've been out of the ring for a minute as far as fighting goes, but shortly after the Canelo fight, me and my team, we got right back to work, and we've been putting a lot of work in. I've been putting a lot of work in over this past year, and I'm ready to showcase it.
In the Canelo fight, some people say losses, you learn something about yourself. Some people say losses, it was just a bad night. How do you view that fight with Canelo?
It was just a night, and 365 days in a year, one bad night. That's not going to deter me or discourage me from my dreams and my goals. And I will say I didn't have the best camp, and for a couple of reasons, but that's not why I lost, and that's not why I got stopped. And I'm not here to make any excuses. So, like I said, right after the fight, me and my team, we got back to work, cleaning up a few things and continuing to work on things that we did, had a lot of success with. So, again, just because, I've had slip-ups in my life before. I may have not lost in the ring, but, I've had slip-ups before in my life, and that's never discouraged me or deterred me from what I want to accomplish and what I want to chase. So, neither is, me having a off night, in the boxing ring or losing in the boxing ring to Canelo. It's not changing my mentality or my mindset. If anything, it just makes me hungry.
The fascinating thing is, man, it's like your career in the ring is one thing, but everything that you've been through outside of the ring is just a completely different story. And I've talked to you in the past, and it's like motivation for a lot of people as well to overcome the things that they have gone through. When you listen to these fighters talk trash, though, and you listen to them say these things about you, like Dirrell saying a white boy can't beat me, this in the back of your mind is like, these cats don't know what I've been through. Like, you're talking to the wrong one right now.
Yeah, that's not, it's not for me to correct their mistakes, on how they feel about me or what they think I can do. Come fight night, he's going to find out up close and personal. And, him saying that I'll never let a white boy beat me or something like that, skin color doesn't win fights. What's in your heart, what's in your mind, that wins fights. And I'm going to teach him a life lesson come October 15th, and one that he's going to remember for the rest of his life. And, I'm sure he'll learn his lesson moving forward that, I'm not going to just discriminate against somebody on what they can do or what they can be or how good they can be at this or that just because of their skin color. Because, I mean, we're closing in on 2023. I'm sure we should all be past that, you know what I'm saying, what someone can and can't be just because of what they look like or where they're from.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy and it's wild, disrespectful. But I guess at the same time, I guess you got to say what you got to say to hype yourself up, right? It feels like somebody's got to try to find a way to get under your skin, and they think that's the way to do it. Obviously, there's other ways, but why would you even go that route in 2022? It's just wildly disrespectful, man. I was surprised to see him go that route.
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, I'm looking forward to teaching him a life lesson. Come October 15th, it's going to be a real teachable moment for him. And moving forward, it'll be one that he remembers for the rest of his life.
You said it before. I mean, do you think this will be his last fight after the beating you plan to put on him?
Yeah, this will be his last fight. He's retiring after this. He's done.
And how satisfying is that at the same time? It's like it's a teachable moment, but it's like I'm sending your ass home and your fighting career is done.
Yeah, it'll be a good birthday present for him. It'll be his birthday on that day. So, you know, my present to him is, you know, retirement, no successful title defenses throughout his entire career. And like I said, send him in retirement with a life lesson that he can remember.
What is the goal for you right now? Because you're at super middleweight. Obviously, Canelo's undisputed, but we don't know what's going on with Canelo. It seems like it's a situation where he wants to challenge for the light heavyweight title, and maybe these titles can become vacant again, and you can get your hands on them. But is the goal for you to eventually get a rematch with Canelo? Is it to be a world champion again? Like, what do you see the future holding for Caleb Plant?
Yeah, it's to, you know, I want that rematch. And, you know, but first things first, I'm not really focused on that. You know, everyone has long-term goals or short-term goals. And right now I'm 100% fully focused on the task at hand. And, you know, I feel like a lot of fighters, they're always talking about who they're going to fight next and what's next for them when they have a big fight on their hands. And, you know, they're looking at the food down the way and all of a sudden the plate in front of them is gone. So, you know, I'm not a fighter to make that type of mistake. And I've seen plenty of fighters do in the past. And I feel like, you know, that's I'm not going to follow suit. So I'm fully focused on the task at hand with October 15th, Anthony Dirrell. But with my long-term goals being, you know, getting back to that Canelo rematch and whatever I have to do that, whether that's pick one of these super middleweights off one at a time until I get that, that's what I'm going to do.
Last question, man. I mean, yes, Deontay Wilder is fighting Wilder-Helenius, and people are fully expecting a knockout in that fight. But what are you going to show people that's different from what they're going to see in the main event, in your fight, in the co-main event? I know you're talking about schooling. I know you're talking about destruction. It seems like we're going to have an entertaining night of fights on October 15th from you.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, everything that me and my team have been working on over the past year and just, you know, showcasing that in full effect. He's a two-time world champion, former world champion. And, you know, he's the top. I know he's for sure a top 10 super middleweight. I'm sure he's a top 5 super middleweight. And so, you know, being able to showcase my skills against someone who's in that caliber of, you know, of fighting, you know, that's going to continue to solidify my legacy one fight at a time as I continue on to, you know, handling this and then moving on to bigger and better fights. You know, someone with only 22 fights, I feel like I've done a lot in boxing, whether it be with, you know, the things I've accomplished or the people I've stepped up to fight with so little fights, the views I've gotten, whether it be on FS1 or Fox. And, you know, I'm looking to keep all those things going and that momentum going and continue to carry that on with me throughout the rest of my career. But, you know, that starts with, you know, handling business October 15th.
Wait, Caleb, do you think you're still underrated by a lot of people?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I for sure, you know, I feel like I don't get the respect that I deserve. You know, maybe that's a lot of people, but I feel like people overlook me for certain reasons. And, you know, I feel like if they really broke down my fights and seen the skill that is within those fights, you know, you'll see a lot of fighters from passing that. And that comes from me studying, you know, ever since I was a kid and, you know, taking certain things from certain fighters or switching it up a bit to make it my own. And, yeah, I think I'm underrated.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder because of that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a chip on my shoulder, and that's not something I shy away from. That's something I'm going to continue to carry with me on my shoulder throughout the rest of my career. And I'm hungry. You know, I'm not in this to be famous. I'm not in this to, you know, for all the things that come with boxing. I'm in this because I love the sport and because I want to go down as one of the best of my generation. And I want to be put in a big book, and I want it to be written in stone. So I'm in boxing for the right reasons, and that's to be great.
So then the last question is, if one day you realize that chip on your shoulder is not there, is that the moment that you say, all right, cool, I've done everything I need to do, I'm done?
You know, it's kind of like saying, you know, what would you do if you got in a street fight? You don't really know till you're in that situation, and those situations arise and occur because, you know, I may be a grown man, but even more importantly, I'm a growing man. So the man I am today may not be the same man that I am next year. So it's hard to say exactly what I would do in that situation. So for now, right now, I'm in my heyday, and right now I'm focused and I'm feeling mean and ready for my fight. And that's really all I can speak on, you know, for the time being. But, you know, we'll see what's up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Caleb, I appreciate the time, man. Good luck on October 15th. I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. Now, we haven't seen you in a while, and I think a lot of fight fans want to see what you have to offer. But good luck, and then after this, I hope we get a chance to talk again, my friend.
Yes, sir. Let's make it happen.
All right, man. You take it easy.
Yeah, appreciate you.